we are back with another video, this time doing some face paint on election day at that. So hey, I'm not gonna plug anybody, y'all vote for whoever you want to, and let's get into today's video. So the theme of this face paint really ain't even a theme, it's just like I just did this on Halloween. This is my first time doing face paint. I've never done face paint before. I used to do like fake, I used to pretend when I was younger that I was like doing Jeff Hardy's entrance, and you get the lotion or Diddy, and just try to make your own face paint, but it never came out right. It never did. But this time I was just like, hey, for my Halloween costume, I'm not really gonna have a costume, just gonna do face paint, and we're gonna see where that takes us. So the concept for this, originally it was supposed to be something that was more so along the lines of like puzzle pieces, kind of. And I was even thinking of maybe mixing it in with the TRA logo or something of that nature, but I really didn't find that to be the greatest in terms of what I can do, as well as that being extremely difficult. But regardless of that fact, checking out the blackouts, so the black and white was the theme. And I got this raw off of Amazon too. This was very good face paint. We played basketball. It didn't smudge or nothing of that nature. It was wonderful face paint, wonderful. Matter of fact, I'm gonna plug it too. I'm gonna plug it, and it was only $6.99. So I mean, I definitely do recommend it. 10 out of 10. Coming off, it didn't even take that long. It took about 10 minutes, but hey, it's great. The product's great. Everything's great when it comes down to this. So the original video, it shows that it took me around maybe about 10 minutes to actually complete this whole entire thing. I sped it up just for time constraints and stuff like that, but yeah, I mean, this was a wonderful, fun, tedious process though. Tedious process, cause even though it's kind of like I could like erase it in a sense if I mess up, I didn't want it to smudge and I didn't want it to ruin the whole thing. And you'll see during this whole entire video, I mean, I did a pretty fantastic job. I ain't trying to like, toot my own horn, but if we keep it in the buck, you know what I'm saying? I had to constantly go over, make sure the shading was correct, make sure the line was very symmetrical. I just wanted to do like one side of the face. I didn't want it to be both, especially in the case of, I didn't really do too much of a trial and error with my whole entire face when it came to the face paint. So I wanted to make sure I didn't bump up, gain pimples or acne. We don't want to risk all that. In which case, thankfully, I didn't. It's a wonderful product overall. Now, of course, I mentioned Jeff Hardy being my primary example in terms of when I was younger, and of course, my primary example when it came to the inspiration behind this face paint. But then, as I realized that, hey, I'm doing black and white, I'm thinking about Sting and Darby Allin. I'm like, okay, I can maybe do something like this style. But then I'm like, nah, I gotta make it my own. I have to make it my own. So I started doing these random lines, and to keep it a buck with you, I had no idea what I was doing. At first, I'm like, maybe I could try connecting like puzzle pieces, and then I'm like, man, let me just do like line to line to line to line, kind of make it look like a pattern in a sense, but more so a simple pattern, because once again, this is my first time doing face paint. I don't know nothing about this, you know what I'm saying? I don't know nothing about this. And so as you see throughout the video, I mean, just trying to make the connections and stuff like that, it wasn't that difficult, but really when you're going over your whole entire face, you got like whole position, it's a whole different level of importance. And so 10 out of 10, I would recommend definitely doing face paint. This is something that I've been trying to do for a long time, and it's going to coincide when I actually start my wrestling career, where it's going to be the same exact thing in terms of like, having face paint during my matches, maybe even just like the premium live events / pay-per-views. Wrestling being an integral part of my life. I mean, shoot, I'm glad it was able to come out this way. So like, subscribe, and all that good stuff, and we're going to catch you in the next video. So y'all take it easy. Baby girl lost me, it ain't capping the slightest. She say I just be like I'm Midas. When we walk in the room, we the brightest. Different topics, but I'm steady vibing. In the mud, but I better stay striving. With the family, I'll always be thriving. Creepy steps, but I cannot quit climbing. Know your circle before we set time.